All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. I am sitting up here doing a little bit of research. I actually shut things down so I could get a little bit of study time in. And I'm just surprised and literally appalled at the greed of the rich in this country. I mean, when is enough enough? I am a poor man. I am, Pastor Dow, I am poor. Literally, truly, I'm poor. I know most of you don't think that I am, but I am very poor. I actually have a controlling interest over certain funds and stuff, but I am not a man of means or substance like many people think that I am. It's just that I try to make wise choices and decisions with money that is placed in my hand, money that I work for, or money that is given to me in offerings. Um, I want to read you a scripture for instance. Proverbs 10:21 says, "The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom." Are y'all listening to that? The lips of the righteous feed many. That means, when I come on here on this video and I'm giving you knowledge, wisdom, understanding about the way things are, the way that they should be, the way we should be doing our lives, I'm feeding you. Even in my own natural life, uh, the example of myself, the faithful brother here at Straightway, is that our lifestyle is showing that we are righteous, whether you agree or disagree or not, because we are feeding and providing for many, um, and including those who support me in the ministry. They are helping feed many. But when you look at this society right here, I mean, if a man or a woman, I mean, I'm looking at what I'm doing on a very small scale that I have dropped in my hands. And I think every last one of my supporters out there. But when you start looking at what I'm doing, and then you look and see what some of these, let me see, ministries, you know that some of these preachers out there have 20 and 30 million dollars in their bank accounts or net worth. Not only that, just even the rich people in this world, some of them are 2 billion, 4 billion, 16 billion, 50 billion. Billion? Can you imagine that? Or people out there have 500 million, 10 million, 20 million, $100 million. And yet and still, they hoard all that wealth for themselves. Can't take it with them when they die. And they do not distribute it out to people. Now, hey, I know that there's a sentiment in this country that they don't have to, and they don't, but they can't be righteous. No way, shape, or form. I sat up and I was thinking to myself, if Pastor Dow had $100 million, what would I do with it? Well, I already know what I would do with it, but I'm going to let you in on what I would do with it. First thing I would do is go out and buy 500 acres of land. And then I would separate them acres of ants, that 500 acre of ants, into 100-acre plots. And then I would build communities on each one of them. More likely, I would probably put maybe 20, 30 homes per plot. All right. And I would move families or individual brothers or sisters who are worthy and deeply appreciative, um, and very humble in heart, mind, and spirit. I would move them into these homes so that they would have a home provided for them, and I would have garden spots so that they would learn how to work their own land, grow their own livestock, raise their own food. We would teach them, and then the husband, he could go out and get a job, and he doesn't really have to go out and really hit it that hard, because all he would need, if they want utilities, not unless everything is on solar, but I mean, if you want to keep up a vehicle or keep up a phone, or or go out and buy more food and stuff, he doesn't have to go out and be stressed out, um, to be stressed out trying to make 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 a year, because then he already has food, he has raiment, he has shelter, and he can be content. They can practice contentment, and just by providing a home, something, a roof over their heads, and And then a nice, wonderful community where, I would have, myself and Harold, we would have laws, bylaws. We would have laws that people have to live by. I mean, we live in a society. We have laws we have to live by. As soon as you exit outside your home, you go out there on that street and you drive down the road, you are subject to 2.1 million laws of this land. And nobody knows them all, but yet you are subject to every single one of them. And they can penalize you anytime they want. Every time, I guarantee, just driving down the road, you're probably breaking the law anyway. But they pick and choose at their own preference or will when they're going to slap you with a fine or whatever. I mean, who knows nowadays? I mean, it's just messed up. But we would have biblical scriptural laws that people would live by, laws of morality. And I know a lot of people, they don't want to accept this, but that's the reason why I said from the very beginning, these particular type of people would have to be a special quality of people. But that's what I would do, because what am I going to do with $100 million? What am I going to do with $1 million? Well, who needs $1 million? I mean, if I had $1 million, I know what to do with it. It would go to feeding many. It would help out a lot of people. And if anybody out there wants to give me $1 million or $2 million or whatever, if you're a millionaire, test me, prove me, and try me, see what I do. I'll stay right here. I mean, I have food, I have raiment, I'm content, but I just don't understand this greedy human spirit that can see all the people in this nation in want and in need and drive right on past them and drive right on by them. If they living out there, sure, I would have standards and everything, and I would teach a man how to fish. I wouldn't just go out there and provide fish for him. I'd teach him how to fish. And then, of course, we would have to make a probation period, a probation period to see if they would fit into what we want to do. But it would be a very wonderful place to raise children, a very, very wonderful community. That's what I would do. Because, I mean, a man's life does not consist in the abundance of things in which he possesses. And, of course, this society has you to have the mentality to hoard more, continue to keep getting more, and they have you to trust in uncertain riches. And real true riches is what's invested in good, sound-hearted people. It really truly is. But if you're not taught these principles in this Western colonial society, and it's not ingrained in you and stuff, I mean, you have nothing or no other choice but to accept what they give out to you, which is a greedy system. Wow, they make you think, or you're trying to deceive others into thinking that you really truly care about the benefit and the welfare of others. It's just madness. And I tell you, this culture has really truly messed up our hearts and our mind. I said it once and I said it before. I'm gonna say it again before I leave this video. You really truly want to know the character of a nation. Watch how it treats its poor.